been? Out with the lads, getting up, getting down. But now it's so late and cold, and man, he's had it with this town. So he says his sayonara's and heads out to the road, but there's no one about. The city taxis don't show, well, the car's not far, and yeah, it's looking real sweet. And the only other option is walking back with his feet. So he's drunk and drives, and everyone stays alive, and look, it's like that for the next 50 times, but now it ain't, man. And there's blood upon his paint. Through the cracked window screen, he can see a girl's face. Lifeless she lays, eyes are in a glaze as he realizes he's already stopped screaming at his mates. His senses kick in, head starts dripping, and his first instinct is guilt, and then the blame. He looks around to focus, sober as a judge. His best mate is slumped down in a well, not looking up, so he leans it back for his lungs to start taking air. Leans in close to check his pulse is still there before he's yanked out the door by a man with no hair, punched on the floor, dragged over to where this girl was now laying. A couple of feet from the pavement, he can't hear the words he's saying, but he's feeling nervous now and praying that this ain't the father of this girl. A small statement, yeah, but something big enough to come along and fucking change her world through this man's tears. He gets a boot to the face as sirens in the distance start to head his way. Vision goes fuzzy, just trying to hear what he's trying to say, and blacks out fully till all images now escape, and drifts into the darkness with an inch of his breath, an inch of his death, until he's limp in a mess. He's sinking to depths now only sinners can get, cause he hit a fucking pedestrian, pissed out of his head, and he deserves everything he gets, cause it's a vicious old circle. Flash of electric gone over the eyelids, flash of purple fills his whole existence, sucked down into this whirlpool. Why couldn't he have walked? No way did he want to hurt you. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, nowhere to duck, nowhere to dive, nowhere to turn to. A sharp pain starts to run up his side as his rib cages collapses, sucking out his life. He goes gasping. Paramedic steps over to his position, asks if Jimmy can hear him, trying to listen. He starts to come round. For his swollen eyes, see the man that beat him up getting detained by a copper in the background. He tries to speak, but instead flips into a cardiac arrest as his heart tries to break through his chest. Next thing he knows, he's in the hospital bed, sobbing into a pillow in a fit of regret. Look, 2 years he's had to dwell on this horrible reminder. Stood above your grave, mouth dry and no survivor. The night had changed the lives of so many people, and he's to blame. The guilt is still eating him up inside, but he's a fighter, survivor. And ever since that night he's dedicated his life to helping others and inspire. He will never drink again, and never drive either, cause the damage he's created is worse than any meat cleaver. Cause he's killed his best mate and sweet little Susanna, all because the drink made him act in such a manner which is unforgivable. That night he didn't just take 2 lives, he took 4, and how there was no more is such a miracle. Susanna's father got charged for GBH, despite the police in the courtroom for him to be to blame. But justice this time never came upon a plate. He broke his arm and his collarbone and 6 rips up in his cage, and that was out of despise. And rightly so, he was Stephen and took his daughter's life instead of his own. He should have died now, instead he'd reclining at his home. 2 weeks in a coma is what they first diagnosed for the girl. Guilt running from the head to the toes. He reasserts his focus, wiping his sweaty palms, but the only thing in existence that matters is her path, cause he just changed it.